And I promise you, out of Seattle, the police department there is apologizing for an assault rifle that was left unattended on the back of a patrol car. Apparently, somebody snapped a picture of a menacing-looking rifle on the trunk of a state police car. It was about 9 o'clock. Car was parked outside the Roosevelt Hotel near Pine and 7th. No police officers in sight. When the officer got back into the patrol car, it was driven away with the rifle still on the trunk. A woman also saw that rifle, tried to get the officer's attention. Finally, he was flagged down by a couple more officers on bicycles to tell him what they saw, and the officer, was very shocked. So the director of the Seattle Police Department said in a statement, it's unacceptable that a rifle is left unattended on a patrol car, and people should expect more from their police department. So there you go. What do you think about that?
They were drunk, weren't they?
Could be Fred Dreyer, ladies and gentlemen.
It sounds like they were drunk to me.
Fred Dreyer, it's got it right there. So, Fred, we only have a short time in the segment just to kind of recap. You have an interesting viewpoint on the country as a whole. So can you come back next week and maybe expound some more as to how we got ourselves in this predicament of the country being not a right and a left and a center, but a left of center, the conservative movement, and then the liberals extremely left of center?
Yeah, we can chat a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that'll be very good. And we'll talk. And you're saying the last time we had this thing really structured well was Ronald Reagan. And that, obviously, if he did this, and you say Karl Rove got into the Republican Party and engineered this with George W. Bush, did the people of the Republican Party respect Ronald Reagan for keeping the country where it should be? With
the party hated Ronald Reagan.
Really?
As did Bush #1, as did many people in the Republican conservative movement at that time, because they all wanted to go left.
The first George Bush called the Reaganomics voodoo economics.
Yeah, no, the first George Bush was delirious. He had no idea at all what he would do with his campaign. He inherited a beautiful situation, and the read my lips thing. And it comes down to leadership and the individual. The party was defined by the individual. Today, it's not defined by individual. It's defined by an agenda, and they go out and they fit the individual to the agenda to sell people on the agenda, and it's failed, and they don't understand the model.
So how can you see this and some others see it, and the people that are running the party, is there that much money and that much power involved there that they can't give it up?
They don't care.
So how do we get ourselves out of something like this?
They're not looking to solve problems. Here's what you need. This is the beauty of what's going on right now, and we can talk about it next week. The people running for the candidates running for the nomination for the presidency in the Republican Party, somebody in there has to figure out how to talk to the American people.
That's it.
And they don't know how to do it. The party can't. John McCain couldn't. Let me ask you a question. John McCain was a beautiful hero.
Right, war hero.
And we all know his history. He gets out, he adores Reagan, goes to the White House, tells Reagan, I'm going to carry on your message in Arizona. And then he gets elected as a senator to Arizona to represent the people of Arizona in Washington, D.C. Goes to Washington, D.C. And tell me what happened to him.
I don't know.
Because he turned into a miserable politician, left of center neocon, who is faced with the worst problem we could be down there, and the people of his state are suffering from this open border, and he's doing nothing about it.
More next week, ladies and gentlemen. The great Fred Dreyer. Fred, thanks for coming in with us today. We're looking forward to this. Next Wednesday, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern. Tune into it. We'll have all Fred Dreyer all the time. No stories, just Fred. Okay? Maybe we should call the show Just Fred. Just have you come on here.
You're the host.
All right. Check everything out the website at crntalk.com. I'm Michael Horn. Thanks to Tomas. Thanks to Courtney. Thank you all for listening. Download our new iPhone and Droid app, CRN Digital Talk. It's a free download. Check us out. All the replays, everything there archived on iTunes and Stitcher at crntalk.com. Barry Farber coming up. Have a good night, everybody.